Hello and welcome. This video provides an example of a phishing email that appears to come from Intuit. Let's take a look at the email to highlight some of the issues. The first indication that this email isn't genuine is the sender's information. While at first glance it appears to come from Intuit, the sender's domain, which is the part of the email address after the @ sign, does not contain intuit.com, which is the Intuit domain. This is a red flag that should warn you this might be a scam. If you are in doubt, always check the domain first. If you are receiving an unsolicited non-work or school-related email to your work or school email address, you should consider whether the email is credible. You can also stay up to date on scams by searching on the internet. The Federal Trade Commission provides information on how to avoid and report scams, as well as details on common types of scams, including phishing. There are additional details in the email that also indicate that it isn't genuine. The first cause for concern is that the email has no greeting. In this type of email, you would normally expect the recipient to be greeted by name. The lack of greeting here could be considered suspicious. Phrases like "we appreciate it very much" and "yours sincerely" are not the style of language you would normally expect in emails of this type. The fact that the email contains a closing salutation but no sign-off is also cause for concern. The payment summary section of the email is designed to make you think your credit card has been charged. Including content that is designed to alarm you is a common tactic in phishing schemes. The goal is to create stress and make you act without thinking. When you receive a suspicious message, you should consider whether it is even credible. If not, it is almost certainly a phishing attempt. As with all suspicious messages, you should take the time to examine the links in the email and compare them with the sender's known websites. To find this information, you can do a quick internet search. In this instance, a search for Intuit reveals the official domain for Intuit differs from the domain in the message. Further examination of the link in the message highlights another issue. It uses an HTTP rather than an HTTPS prefix. This is a small but important distinction. The S in HTTPS means secure and indicates that the website uses encryption for sending and receiving data. This designation also requires the website owner has verified that they are who they claim to be. When browsing the web, you should always look for the S and a lock in your browser's navigation bar. While this by itself doesn't necessarily mean the site is safe, it does indicate that data transmission is encrypted. A site claiming to represent a major brand like Intuit that is lacking an HTTPS prefix should definitely be viewed with suspicion. Remember, you should carefully examine any unsolicited or suspicious communications and report anything that doesn't look right. When you receive emails, you should always make sure you stop and think before you connect. For additional information, please visit our CyberSmart page. Thank you for watching.